Good morning, everybody. We are going to get started in about 1 minute here. My name is Dr. Brian, and welcome to the Leadership Continuum. I'm so excited to share with all of you the benefits of mental fitness for healthcare. So, if you're in healthcare, if you're in tech, if you're new to leadership, if you're an experienced leader, we're going to talk about the latest innovations to reduce stress, optimize your team communication, and have everybody be more productive by simply being happier in the workplace. Now, what will this do? This is going to absolutely positively help your team, help your clients and patients. So, whether you're in a regular medical office, whether you're in urgent care, whether you're in the ER, or you're in private practice, if you're a caregiver going to clients' homes and you would like a reboot of how to refresh, reduce stress, and optimize your performance, I've got 5 great tips for you this morning that I want to share. And so this comes from positive intelligence, mental fitness, which I've been working in that program for about 2.5 years now. And it is, simply put, it is rewiring your brain, not surgically, but emotionally. This will help all of you with what I like to refer to as emotional mastery. What is emotional mastery, you might ask? When you are in control of your emotions, everything in your life gets better. Let me say that again. When you have emotional mastery, everything in your life gets better. Your business life optimizes, your relationships optimize, your communication gets better, and you are happier overall. And wouldn't that be nice for all of us, no matter what industry you're in? So, what brings me to the table with this topic is my background is PhD in clinical psychology. I've worked with adolescents, teenagers, adults. I've worked in substance abuse, private practice, 4 maximum security prisons, several different hospitals. And each step along the way in my journey, I've learned more and more and more about how to optimize communication, about how to have you be in control of you, not your emotional state being in control of you. That's when we say the wrong thing at the wrong time. That's when we lose control in business or relationships. So, by this process, you can absolutely make some changes in yourself to take a step up. So, whatever you want that to be, taking a step up in your profession, taking a step up to lower your stress level, taking a step up to make the changes you want. What I love about the program I can offer you is it is customizable to your goals. So you can message me directly on LinkedIn, Dr. Brian Grossman on LinkedIn, or just send me an email, drbrian.grossman@gmail.com, and we can schedule a conversation about what are your goals and is this program the best one for you. The process takes 6 weeks. You practice some mental exercises 4 times a day for 2 minutes, 4 times a day for 2 minutes, and it will absolutely lower your stress level. I started this program when I was working at a substance abuse clinic with first responders, and stress was high there, stress was high at home. And this program helped me redo my communication. But most importantly, this is critical. I was at the scene of the crime every time. So when things weren't going my way, the emotional state, the saboteurs that we have that judge critic, and that judge tells you not to do anything new. Don't make any changes. Stay the same. And that is a heavy burden. Now you can rank yourself. You take a quick quiz. Are you a controller? Are you hypervigilant? Are you a pleaser? Are you a victim? There's actually 10 emotional saboteurs, and what these exercises will do is help lower the saboteurs and then do what we're going to discuss right now, which is not the latest innovation in leadership, but the latest innovation in personal development. This program and why I'm so passionate about it. I've been driven for years to help people take a step up. So when I can help you optimize your personal or professional life, I get super excited. I'm passionate about helping people get unstuck to pursue their goals on what will make them happier, more satisfied, better at work, better in relationships. And that's what's driven me for over 30 years now in my career. So when we talk about the latest innovation in personal development, what this program does is it helps you change how you process information. You're literally, we've seen it on CAT scans. When you do these mental exercises, 2 minutes at a time, you're rewiring your neurons, your blood flow in your brain, which changes how you react and act to outside circumstances. You know, the one constant for everybody, for all humans, is events happen all the time that are out of our control, right? We can't control what's going on in the White House. We can't control what's going on in the federal government. We can control how we react or act to those circumstances. I can't control other people. And just so you know, when I first started with mental fitness, my top score was controller, and I was spending a lot of time trying to get people to do things my way. And I was also top score in hypervigilant. So not only do you have to do it my way, you have to do it exactly the way I want you to do it, because if you do it differently, I get upset. And then I was pleaser. So I'm spending a lot of time helping everybody and never got asked, what do I want? And that's because you can guess, you can put it in the comments. What do you think was going on? I never asked people for what I wanted. Now, not making a demand, not transactional, do this, do that, A and B, but just saying, what if we do this? What if we try it that way? What do you think of this? And so I work hard every day in communicating what I would like. And wow, my relationships are better at home. My relationships are better at work. And stress is way down. And so, really important to, if you get nothing else out of today's webinar, when you make an internal change, when you make an internal change in how you think, when you change your thinking, your behavior changes. When your behavior changes, your feelings will catch up. Your feelings are the last thing that changes. That's why these little mental exercises will help you change how you act and react to outside events. When you're crystal clear on how to interact differently than you're used to, when you're crystal clear on how to not explode when something doesn't go your way, or say the wrong thing at the wrong time, or when you're interacting with patients in healthcare and you're stressed out to the max, you still are able to do top tier client care, because that's what drove all of us into the healthcare industry, right? We want to do best patient care. But in order to do that, can anybody put in the comments, what do you believe is the most important aspect? What's the most important tool for you in healthcare? Or if you're not in healthcare watching this, in your business or in your relationships, what's the most important thing to do for you to be better at patient care or client care or follow up or doing what you need to do on a daily basis? Some people putting in comments is eat better, exercise more, better sleep, and all those are absolutely true. the most important thing for you to optimize your ability to do whatever it is you want to do best is take care of yourself, not in a selfish way, in a positive way. So my wife and I are eating healthier, exercising together, doing more things together. That helps our relationship. We communicate when things bother us. We work through it. If you want to do best patient care, if you want to have better relationships, it's taking care of you first. It's emotional, it's physical, it's mental. Now, I want to share with you through this process, it's easy to do. So, enough there. Let's take a quick moment break. So, if you would like more information, please direct message me on LinkedIn or email me at drbrian, Brian Grossman, Grossman at gmail.com. You can go to my website, Dr. Brian Grossman, drbriangrossman.com. Put your email in and I will make an appointment with you. No obligation, but let's just have a discussion. What are your goals? What are your challenges? And you can take the free mental fitness quiz and we can go over those results, or you can keep it to yourself. So, what I'm passionate about in the workplace is focusing in on communication, conflict resolution, optimize leadership. How do you make the people around you on your team better consistently and yourself? And that's been a passion of mine since I started working as a psychologist. So let's jump into 5 ways to optimize your team. So the first way of not succumbing to emotional saboteurs is what we call sage thinking or higher level thinking is explore. What is explore? It's curiosity. Curiosity solves a lot of issues in the workplace. When you ask questions, you're doing unbiased searching. You're not putting your demands on. You're wondering, I wonder why you did that. Can you share with me what your thinking was on that? So, explore is a power way of thinking that helps you understand why people are doing the things they're doing in the workplace, at home. It leads to more innovative solutions. When you use explore and curiosity by asking open-ended questions: who, what, why, when, where, how. It's great in clinical decision making. It's fantastic in personal and business relationships. And it's something we usually don't do under pressure. When we're under pressure, our saboteurs take over and we become demanding, or we're going to ask people to do it my way. Or we might be using the victim and woe is me, and why are all these bad things happening? So, with this, we take our own bias out of the equation and we get a deeper understanding of what's going on in the workplace. And when you in leadership or you as a team member can understand why somebody made a certain decision, then it's easier to create a fix. It's easier to focus on how to do things better, how to not make the same mistakes over and over. So, wouldn't it be great if you could learn how to not do the same mistakes over and over? Next thinking level or change is called activate. So, sometimes, especially in healthcare, we overthink, paralysis by analysis. So, we overthink and we delay action. When you use activate, you get other people's inputs through the explore process. We make a group or decision in leadership. This is the way we're going to move forward. And you do it. You activate it. You put in the plan. And activate helps leaders take insights and put them into action. So when you have insights, sometimes we keep them to ourselves or we don't express them or we don't talk about the process. So when you combine explore with activate and put them together, your team starts taking action on positive changes. When everybody has input into the decision and we come to a decision that this is best for us to move forward, becomes easier. Simple changes. How do you check in new clients? What's the process of checking in on clients in the hospital? What's the process of new patient intake? How can those things be optimized to provide better care? More importantly, how can all of the daily processes, and you could pick one a week, use explore and activate to optimize your team's decision making? What do they believe are some changes that would make things easier? Because when we make things easier for the team and we get input from everybody, motivation goes up, stress goes down, and you can feel the energy in the office or in the hospital or in the clinic when you're interacting with clients and patients. And you yourself become happier. And that's the whole process of mental fitness is we lower stress, we get better at what we're doing, and you automatically will feel better. You'll be happier pursuing what you want to do and making the best of difficult decisions. There is no way to lower the stress level of patients who may be in crisis, may be afraid, may be over anxious, maybe not making the best decisions for themselves until they come into environments where they're open to changing things. And in healthcare, that's our goal. How do we help our patients get better and optimize their life? And so when we use the powers of explore and activate, we optimize our team. When clients and patients come in interaction with us and they can feel the positive energy of the atmosphere all around, patients might improve emotionally just from that. Next, it's an overused term, resilience. Applying these powerful tools, resilience, leaders and teams learn to recover from setbacks. So it's an old story. It's a Chinese proverb. It's probably in every culture. It's been around for, I'll say, thousands of years. The question is, um, you have a farm, you need horses to pull the plow. One of the horses runs away or gets stolen. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? And it depends on how you look at it. Now, if you can look at setbacks with an optimistic mindset, when you're building emotional resilience, when you use activate, explore in your reactions to things, and when you have the setback and you look at it as an opportunity for positive change, everyone around you gets better. Even in the fast moving environment of healthcare and tech, when you can look at a setback as an opportunity for something positive to happen, everything changes. We've known it from research. It's hard to believe when you feel like the boulder's rolling downhill over you, but in tough circumstances, an optimistic attitude and mindset helps you solve problems easier. And it, again, lowers your stress. And stress might be overused, but when you're in a high stress environment all the time, it impacts sleep, eating, communication, thinking, and it wears your body down over time. And in healthcare, we don't want our team or our employees getting sick. So when we're emotionally better, we're physically better. They're tied together. So when we maintain a positive mindset, it's essential in helping overcome the stress, strain, and issues that come up in healthcare. It might be as simple as two new doctors come into our hospital or our office, two new nurses come in. How do we integrate people into our team? How do we get them on board quickly with not only how we do things, but what are they used to so that they can bring their strengths to our system? and it makes things better, which leads me to my last tip before we wrap up this morning is enhanced collaboration. Empathy, curiosity improves trust and improves communication. Let me say that again. Empathy and curiosity helps build trust, strengthening stakeholders and team members. So when you tie all these things together and you practice them 2 minutes at a time, 4 times a day, explore, activate resilience, and enhance collaboration by using curiosity and empathy, everything changes. Now, are we going to eliminate stress to zero? No. But when you know how to take better care of yourself, better care of your team members, better communication and leadership, getting input from everybody that can bring a strength to the table that you may not have, and you use this consistently, stress goes down, team performance is optimized, patient care is optimized, everybody's happier. It's a lower level of stress. We probably can't eliminate it. However, when you are in control of it rather than the stress controlling you, life gets better. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. Please contact me directly, drbriangrossman.com or drbrian.grossman@gmail.com. Contact me on LinkedIn. Let's have a chat about whether this 6-week process can help your team optimize communication, team performance, lower stress, and get everybody working on the same page in an optimal fashion. Have a great day, everybody.